to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Good. Makes the score Packers 7, Seahawks nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Rashad Penny.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Knocked it on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Off to Chris Carson.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second and 7. Now it's Carson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And the interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Is Wilson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. This is Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he'll bring this one inside the 35.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Room here to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one 28 yards on the ground. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now a give right side. Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
6-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
The 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run for it with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Chris Carson as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14. Seahawks 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up second.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 2, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd down and 7.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Brought down at the
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
makes the score Packers 21, Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
No gain on the play.
They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return is Irvin. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Mason Crosby.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this is a quick slant to Lockett.
Wilson's
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run again with Carson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give right side. Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Back at his own 49.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The carry here for the big tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 34 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35. Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, it's Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll go again to Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
Today's final score,
And I know you would have